Everybody says Veo 3.1 is the best AI video generator on the planet right now. I spent weeks trying to prove that wrong, and the credits burned faster than I expected. Veo 3.1 claims cinematic 4K, best-in-class audio, and precision frame control. So the whole point of this is whether any of that holds up when actual money is on the line. One of the biggest problems I run into when using AI agents is turning their output into YouTube content I can actually use to market my product. That's why this video is sponsored by Subscriber, a tool that helps business owners connect their AI agents to YouTube and market their products without spending 10 hours every week creating content. You can connect Claude or ChatGPT directly to Subscriber. It then analyzes your business, website, and YouTube channel to help you create SEO-optimized video ideas, scripts, thumbnails, and even complete videos that actually match your brand. What I like most is that every week, Subscriber gives me a list of high-potential video ideas I can immediately execute, and it can even help edit videos for me, with or without my face, including videos like the one you're watching right now. It's easy to get started, and you can try Subscriber for free using the link in the description below. Now back to the video. Claim 1. Quality mode gives you a meaningfully better output for the price. Here's the number that should make you nervous. Quality mode burns 100 credits per 8-second clip. Fast mode burns 10 to 20. So you're looking at a 5 to 10 times gap on every single generation before you even factor in retries when the first take isn't usable. I ran the credit math across both modes and the gap is real. Somewhere between $0.40 and 0.75 per second on the quality side versus 0.15 for fast. And you do get 4K output with native audio and quality, which is genuinely better. But fast mode delivers the same 8-second max duration at a fraction of the cost. And these numbers are community reported rather than official Google figures. So treat the exact credits as directional. This charge falls short. Quality mode does look better, but the 5 to 10 times cost premium is too steep to justify for anything except a final hero shot. So the claim that it's worth it as a default just doesn't hold. And that's 0 of 1 charges, holding up so far. I know that credit burn number because I've been living inside these tools long enough to watch my budget disappear on a Tuesday afternoon. So drop a comment if the retry loop has ever wrecked your monthly spend. Claim 2. Veo 3.1 has best-in-class audio sync. You've probably used a tool where the mouth moves a half second off from the words and that one frame ruins the whole clip. So if Veo 3.1 actually scores a 9.2 out of 10 on audio quality against Kling 3.0's 6.5, that's the kind of gap that makes a real difference on dialogue-heavy content. The audio score on screen is 9.2 for Veo 3.1 versus 6.5 for Kling 3.0, and community consensus backs up that Veo 3.1 wins on prompt fidelity and photorealistic physics too, though I'd note these are blog source opinion scores rather than a controlled lab test, and Kling 3.0 does fight back with 10-second clips versus Veo 3.1's 8-second cap. This charge delivers. Veo 3.1's audio sync is genuinely best in class. The prompt fidelity edge over Kling 3.0 is real enough to matter on dialogue-driven work, and that puts us at one of 2 charges holding up, because the audio score alone is the reason creators keep coming back to quality mode for final cuts. Alright, so 1 charge holding up, one that fell apart on the economics, but the real cost per usable shot is still ahead, and that number is the one that actually decides whether quality mode is a smart production tool or just an expensive habit. And the frame control claim comes right after that and could flip everything. Claim 3. The headline rate is the real price you pay. Here's where it gets painful in practice. You generate a quality clip, it's not quite right, so you run it again, and 3 to 5 retries is totally normal in production, which means that clip you thought cost $6 is actually running you $18 to $30 before you land one shot you'd actually use. I ran the math on what a usable quality shot actually costs after retries, and the community consensus lands at roughly double digits per shot once you account for the inevitable regens, while fast mode comes in at roughly 150 to 2i50 keyards for the same usable result. And these are community reported figures rather than official Google data. But the directional gap is consistent enough that I'd budget well above the headline rate for any quality mode production. This charge falls short too. The headline per second rate ignores retry burn, and once you factor in 3 to 5 regens per keeper, quality mode becomes a budget killer for iterative work. So that's one of 3 charges holding up. And the cost story is the single biggest thing the marketing glosses over. Claim 4. VO 3.1 gives you real frame control and video extension that competitors can't match. If you've ever generated a clip where the subject drifts completely by the last second, or you needed to extend a shot and had no way to do it without regenerating from scratch, you already know why first and last frame control is a production level feature, not a nice to have. Watch what happens when you put VO 3.1 next to Gemini OmniFlash on this one. VO 3.1 supports first and last frame control and video extension, and Gemini OmniFlash has neither of those in its current route according to community consensus, though OmniFlash does win on raw generation speed with 6-second iterative clips, so if you need to pin the start and end of a shot, VO 3.1 is the only option in this comparison. This charge delivers. Frame control and video extension are VO 3.1 exclusives that Gemini OmniFlash simply doesn't have, and that's a clear, practical edge for precise cinematic work. So the final tally is 2 of 4 charges holding up, and the 2 that stuck are the ones that actually matter when you're cutting a real project. VO 3.1, quality mode, genuinely earns its place on audio sync, scoring 9.2 out of 10 against Kling 3.0's 6.5. It's the only option in this class with first and last frame control, plus video extension, prompt fidelity, and photorealistic physics are best in class, and for a final hero shot, where cinematic finish actually matters, nothing else in this comparison touches it. Fast mode is 5 to 10 times cheaper per clip than quality mode. The retry math pushes your real per keeper cost well above the headline figure. Kling 3.0 gives you 10-second clips and multi-shot storyboards at a lower price. Gemini OmniFlash is faster for iterative 6-second generation, and for high-volume drafts or social clips, fast mode or a competitor is the smarter call. 2 of 4 charges held up. Use VO 3.1 quality mode when you need a final cinematic hero shot with great audio and frame control. Use fast mode or a competitor for everything else, and the per shot cost after retries is the number that makes the decision for you. One thing the marketing never mentions, the Google AI Pro subscription at $19.99 per month drops your effective quality rate to around 0.25 per second on the subscription, but a single 10-second quality clip still burns roughly 125 credits per 10-second clip, which means heavy users blow through the allowance faster than the monthly price implies and shift on to pay-as-you-go rates without realizing it. If the cost per shot math here got you thinking about whether Google's other models are worth the spend, I ran the same kind of breakdown on Claude Opus 4.8, and the answer is pretty interesting. That video is called Claude Opus 4.8, Still Worth Using, and it's worth watching back to back with this one because the credit economics work out very differently.